A bill that grants citizenship and residency rights along religious lines in India has prompted widespread protests and debate on social media. I'm Femi Oke.
And I'm Malika Bilal. Today we look at the Citizenship Amendment Bill. Send us your thoughts via Twitter and the YouTube live chat, and you could be on the stream.
Thousands of undocumented immigrants living in India would be granted a pathway to legal residency and citizenship under the Citizenship Amendment Bill. But the legislation is remarkable for whom it leaves out.
The bill was crafted by the ruling Bharatiya Janaka Party, or BJP. It extends rights to followers of 6 religions who came to India from Bangladesh, Pakistan, and Afghanistan before the end of 2014. Yet Muslims who came to India in similar circumstances are not eligible.
People protested soon after the bill passed the lower house of parliament last week. Strikes were held across northeastern India. Student and women's groups in Assam were among those demonstrating against the proposals.
The bill has also split opinion online. Supporters of the bill say the BJP and Prime Minister Narendra Modi have taken a bold stand to protect non-Muslims who fled persecution in their home country. But others say the bill is a political risk that may backfire on the BJP before elections due to go ahead in April or May.
For a deeper look at the bill, we are joined from New Delhi by Karma Paljor. He is editor-in-chief of East Mojo. That's a digital news platform. He has reported extensively from northeastern India.
Rana Ayub is an independent journalist and writer. She joins us from Mumbai. Samujal Bhattacharya is chief advisor and spokesperson for the All Assam Students Union, which led protests against the bill. He joins us from Guwahati.
And in New Delhi, we have Swadesh Singh. He is a former national vice president, of the BJYM. That's the youth wing of the ruling BJP. He's now an assistant professor at Delhi University. Hello, everybody. Really good to have you here. Let me show our audience what this bill looks like. It's not much to look at, I have to tell you this. Citizenship Amendment Bill 2019. Here's page 1. Here's page 2. And then we're done. Karma, as you've been unpacking this for your readers, for your subscribers who are following this citizenship bill, what are you telling them it is? Can you simply explain it?
You know, as far as the Citizenship Amendment Bill is concerned, it is very simple. I mean, if you look at it in a plain and simple way, it gives citizenship to people who are non-Muslims, who are, Hindus, persecuted, or Parsis, or following the Sikh religion, who are persecuted in countries which are nearby India, and they will be granted citizenship. It's as easy as that. But Muslims, if they are Muslims, then citizenship for them will not be granted. To keep it simple, that is how it is.
I just want to show you what happened when this bill was passed in the lower house. There was uproar. Have a look.
If there are any migrants who are the victims of persecution anywhere in the country, they can apply for Indian citizenship. And after that, they will be able to live in any state of the country, like any other Indian citizen. Their responsibility is of the entire country and not just one state.
It's a divisive bill. It will create problems for everybody in Assam, Bengal. Bengali Hindus, Bengali Muslims will suffer because of the bill. We wanted the government not to go ahead with the bill.
It's a divisive bill, one politician says. Malika, what are our community talking about?
Well, almost those exact same words are being used. This is a tweet from Tanmoy Ibrahim, who says this Citizenship Amendment Bill is a direct attack on the concept of equality that's enshrined in the Constitution and an attempt to intensify communal antagonisms between the Bengali Hindus and Muslims. Rana, break this down for us in terms of it being an attack on the constitutional principles.
Well, Malika, I think you're the person who sent the tweet is absolutely right, because just months before the general elections, the government is trying to stoke polarization and mobilize the majority votes, because this bill is an attack on the Indian Constitution and in letter and spirit, because Indian Constitution does not allow for discrimination in citizenship through religion, race, gender. Here you have citizenship granted to citizens from 3 countries on the basis of religion. Just a week before this bill was passed in the lower house, 5 Rohingyas were deported from the northeast state of Assam, and the government policy has been to deport Rohingyas. If you talk about persecution of minorities, then why aren't Muslims included? Which means you are discriminating on the basis of religion. If you are really concerned about persecuted minorities, why not look to neighboring countries like Pakistan, where Ahmadis are being persecuted, where Rohingyas are being persecuted on the other side? So this clearly is an attempt to stoke
I want to
communal
make a point. I want
polarization.
to make a point. Means Indian Constitution is a living document, and under Article 368, Indian Constitution, Indian Parliament has all the right to amend Indian Constitution. And at this
You
point
cannot
of
amend
time,
section. You cannot amend
no,
section 14 of the Indian Constitution, which
no,
which which
Section
asks for
14
fairness in
of
terms of
Section 14
citizenship.
of Indian Constitution talks about right to equality of equals.
That which
And simplest definition of justice is treat equals equally, unequal unequally. Those who were persecuted, those who were ill-treated, those who were abused, they will be given priority. And this is what Government of India has done, Citizenship Amendment Bill
at no point,
2016.
Mr.
And
Singh,
we should welcome this bill.
there is not a single line in the Indian Constitution that asks for discrimination on the basis of religion. When you remove
No, no,
Muslims
there
from the
is
list of persecuted citizens, you are
discrimination.
discriminating.
You
You
very
are
well know about
discriminating.
positive discrimination policies of Article 16. Means there are
No, you
reservation
can,
also.
because
So,
you
and
can
as far
maneuver
as
Okay,
around this.
Swadesh and Rana, I'm just going to stop you for a second. Article 368, Article 16. Can we do this conversation without all of the articles and let's talk about the broader principles? Swadesh, I'm thinking about your BJP, the ruling party in India. This bill, this citizenship bill, has got a lot of blowback. People are really upset. Even your allies, other parties, are upset with you. Why?
So, look, we have to see this bill in totality. Even 1,000 years back, India has welcomed refugees, persecuted communities from Iran and other parts of the world. Now, in the modern setup, you need a legal status for refugees, for persecuted populations. And in last 70 years, we have seen that many persecuted communities from different part of world, especially from Afghanistan, Pakistan, and Bangladesh, they have come in India. So we have to differentiate between persecuted people and those who are coming for economic benefit. There is clear difference between both of them, and we should welcome those who are persecuted, those who cannot go back to their territory. And we cannot compare this with Rohingyas.
See,
I think it would be
this bill is a communal bill.
Kama,
This
go
bill
ahead.
is a
So, excuse me, yes. Kama, you go first and then Samajal, then you follow up. Kama, go ahead.
I think you cannot differentiate between those who are persecuted and those who come here for economic benefits. We have our neighbors who are in an economic crisis. Look at Bangladesh, not a country which is doing great. We have Myanmar, not a country which is doing great. We have Pakistan, they have internal problems. So we will always have these people trying to come into in India for a better life. Now, India, as a big brother, should be looking at the welfare of these countries. India is a very powerful country, and India can therefore do that. Till we are able to look after these smaller countries and create an atmosphere where these countries can well sustain themselves, we will continue to have refugees, immigrants come in. You cannot differentiate at all between those who are persecuted and between then the problem will arise. That's the problem that the Assamese people have. They believe that Assamese has become a dumping ground for immigrants coming from everywhere. So therefore, the indigenous people are not comfortable with that. They feel that their cultural fabric is slowly getting destroyed because of a lot of immigrants. They feel the pressure. That is what they are fighting against.
Let me just remind you that Samajal is the chief advisor and the spokesperson for the All Assam Students Union. Samajal, go ahead.
Yeah, this bill is a communal bill. It's a election oriented bill, and it's an unconstitutional bill. And this bill is a threat to the identity of the indigenous people of Assam and northeastern region. 7 states of this northeastern region is under threat because of this bill. And for that, the Northeast Student Organization, the ASU, All Assam Students Union, and 30 ethnic organization has called Northeast Burn. 7 states of the country was burnt when that bill was introduced in the Lok Sabha, that is in the House. Now, one thing is very clear that India is for Indians, and Assam and Northeast is in India. So, India and Assam and Northeast is not a dumping ground for illegal Bangladeshis. So we cannot accept this bill. We are opposing this bill. And see, there is the Assam Accord was signed in 1985 after historic Assam movement. The Assam Accord has said those who have entered into Assam, 371 Hindu and Muslim, they can stay in Assam by having citizenship. But after 71 Hindu Muslim, they cannot stay, they will be expelled. So it's a communal bill. Foreigner, illegal foreigner is a foreigner. He may be Hindu, he may be Muslim. We cannot accept this communal bill. And Assam and Northeast cannot be the dumping ground for illegal Bangladeshis. The BJP-led central government, they are imposing this bill. Assam and
Let me inform you that Government of India has formed a high-level committee to look into Clause 6 of Assam Accord in 1985.
So Swadesh and Samajal, I hear you, and also Swadesh also hears you. You're saying this is a dumping ground. Swadesh is trying to actually have a conversation with you. Malika?
So I hear all of you. I wanted to clarify for our audience, because I'm seeing lots of conversation about this online, that there are actually two prongs of opposition to this bill. And so Swadesh, I'll give this to you. But on the one hand is the prong of people who say this bill is anti-Muslim. This is Khalid on Twitter. He says that this really exposes what he calls the anti-Muslim bias of the current far-right government of India. He gets pushback from someone, Karuna, who says that those opposing this amendment, this bill, are doing this only to appease Muslims. The Muslim refugees have several countries to take shelter. So where the Hindus, Sikhs, Jains, Buddhists, and Christians, where will they go if they are tortured in Pakistan, Afghanistan, or Bangladesh? So that's prong one of opposition to this, saying that it is anti-Muslim, and the pushback saying it isn't. On the other side, though, this tweet really echoes what you heard Samujal saying earlier. Rishabh says that India is for Indians. Assam is in India, therefore Assam is also for Indians and not for illegal immigrants. So it's that point, Swadesh, I'd like you to address people in Assam who say this is not fair for the citizens, the current citizens who are there now.
Look, again, I am telling you, the people of Assam are misinformed or ill-informed. We should learn from our history what happened 100 years back and what happened in 1947. Islamic State of Pakistan was built on the lines of religion only. So that's why Muslims are not prosecuted there. So the minorities, Hindu or Christians or Parsis or Sikh, they were persecuted, they were ill-treated, and they come every year. More than 5,000 Hindus or minorities, they come to India as illegal migrants. So we need to give a legal status to them. Those who come as an illegal migrant for economic benefit, we have to deal with them, and we will deal with them properly. And as Karna was saying, so if we are not learning from our history, you know what happened with Badruddin Ajmal in Assam. If you want to convert 6 districts, what happened with 6 districts of Assam, so that's good.
During Assam,
views.
After Assam movement, the historic Assam Accord was signed. For whole of the country, the date of detection of illegal foreigners is 1948.
Samajal, can I ask you something? As somebody who studied a little bit of Indian history, but I've forgotten some of it. Samajal, is there anything that Swadesh or the BJP can do to make you feel comfortable with this citizenship bill, or do you just want to get rid of it completely?
No. This bill is communal. It is election-oriented, unconstitutional. This bill must be scrapped.
Okay. You just want it scrapped. Okay, that's very clear. Let me just move on. We hear your position. It has to be scrapped. Rana, I just want to share this tweet that you put out a little while ago. You say here, the amended bill passed on January 8th makes it clear that Muslims are not welcome in India, and it's a very transparent attempt to stroke the religious polarization before general elections scheduled for April/May. I almost feel like this is the gorilla in the room, or the elephant in the room, where everybody's sort of skirting around it. Elections are coming. What has this bill got to do with elections as far as you're concerned?
Femi, let's get to the realities of this bill. This bill has only been passed in the lower house of the parliament. It is unlikely that it will be passed in the upper house because the government does not have the numbers. If the government needs to bring an ordinance, and even to bring in an ordinance, it needs the power of the parliament. So clearly, it won't be easy for this government to pass this bill. So what is the government trying to achieve? When you have 3 months left for the general elections, when you have not delivered on your promises, communal polarization always works in a country which is divided on religious lines. So the main attempt of this bill and other decisions made by this government is to polarize and divert from other subjects on which the government does not deliver, whether it's unemployment, whether it is inflation. So this is all a diversion plan, and through this, the government is stoking fire in the Northeast.
Right. It
No,
is
if you
interesting,
think, if you,
can I?
Come on,
It's
go ahead.
interesting, Rana, you say that. I mean, if I am balanced, if I'm to look at it in a very balanced way, for the 8 provinces of the Northeast, where many people have gone out to the street, this is really what they are protesting is not really about the bill being anti-Muslim or not. Most of them want to protect their homes from illegal immigrants. Now, if you look at the entire state of Assam, that is what they are worried about. The state is already burdened, as I said earlier, with illegal immigrants who number anywhere up to about, 10 million. So that is already one of the worries that they have. They feel that if this bill is passed, then more people are going to come from Bangladesh into
no,
states like Assam,
no, no, no,
Meghalaya.
no. It
That's
is
the
very,
fear.
I
it is
That's
agree
the
very,
with Karma.
fear.
I
it,
agree.
it is
I
very
agree.
clearly mentioned in this bill. Those who came before 31st December 2014, they would be granted citizenship status after proper scrutiny. They should have to live in India for more than 6 years. So you
Yeah, but
cannot
that's a
say that
huge number, Mister. That's a
floodgates
huge
would be
number. I mean,
opened
citizens who have been,
after
those immigrants
after
who have been
passing
staying
of
here
this
for the
bill.
last 6 years
No,
are a
no.
big number.
You cannot say
In
that
Assam,
floodgates would be open and whole India is their
And the
territory,
issue,
not just Assam or
yeah,
northeastern state.
for all of the
the
And
country
we
issue,
are
leaders,
also giving
of
constitutional
political
status to
Everybody,
clause
just
6
let
of Assam.
Swadesh finish his sentence
We
so
are
we can hear you all. Swadesh, finish your sentence.
yeah, and we are also giving constitutional status to clause 6 of Assam Accord, and we have also given tribal status to 6 marginalized communities of Assam. So our agenda is to protect indigenous population of Assam along with those who were persecuted in Pakistan, Bangladesh or Afghanistan. So this is our agenda, and it has nothing to do with election.
who is
Last
part
month,
of the
panchayat election took place, local government election took place, and BJP won with thumping majority. BJP won half of the seats. Even Assam Gan Parishad, which is a regional party, and they also contested and they lost badly.
So I want to
is
jump
a-
in here because I wanted to bring in this comment we got live from someone who is a citizen of Assam. He says, "Stop talking about Hindu and Muslim. We, the people of the Northeast, are suffering. Get those illegals out or make them live in northern Indian states. We don't care whether they're Hindu or Muslim." This person goes on to say that they are from the northeastern state of Assam, and whether Hindu, Muslim, or whatever, I don't want them in my state. Modi should take them to Gujarat state. So picking up on something, Samujal, that you were mentioning, that India is for Indians and not for people who are not from the country. Talk to us about what will happen going forward. Do you think that this will pass?
See, the 7 states of Northeast, the northeastern region, under the leadership of Northeast Student Organization. Here in Assam, the other 30 ethnic organizations, we are agitating. We have started agitation. The common mass people, they are in the street. We cannot accept this bill because it's a threat to the identity of the indigenous people of Assam and northeastern region. We are continuing our movement. 7 states of the country, they are agitating, but central government is keeping mum. They are imposing this act on the indigenous people of Assam and northeastern region. How we can accept it? It's an injustice.
You know that who dumped illegal migrants in Assam and northeastern state, not BJP, the earlier governments.
Political injustice on the part of the Indian government. I'm repeating again. India is for Indians.
Samujal,
Assam and Northeast India.
Samujal, do you know?
India,
Samujal, let me just ask you this: it's people watching this will wonder why you're so passionate, and also you seem to be really angry. Can you tell us what it is that is making you so angry, so that we understand the passion with which you're speaking?
Yes, I can cite one example. In Assam, 49 tribal belts and blocks are there. It is protection. It is a protected area for the tribal people. It is encroached by illegal Bangladeshis. The Kaziranga, the national park, and along the forest area, it is encroached by the illegal Bangladeshis. Our agricultural land, it is grabbed by illegal Bangladeshis. Whole demographic pattern has changed. So by this bill, will become minority in our own motherland. That we cannot. We are not prepared to stay like a second-class citizen in our own motherland. We have seen this state, the Tripura state, the indigenous Tripuris, they became minority in their own motherland.
Okay.
The people of Northeast, we are not prepared to live like a
Samujal
So then if I can interpret that, maybe this fear that in in your own state, in your own area, that you will be a minority? And I'm perhaps hearing some fear. Yes, go ahead, Swadesh.
Miss Samujjal ji will also tell you better that who were attacking the namghars of local Assamese people and who was encroaching these areas. And it's very much clear that illegal migrants from Bangladesh, they were attacking, and those who were persecuted, they will definitely not attack. They will fight for their own existence. Those who came here for economic benefit, those who were encroaching lands, and those who were encroaching, as Samujjal ji was saying, that they encroach Kaziranga National Park, those who attacked rhinoceros of Kaziranga National Park, they should be definitely stopped. And those who were persecuted, ill-treated and abused, they should be given proper treatment. So
Yes.
we should make a difference between these two communities, and they will not stop in northeast India.
Facts.
Whole India is their
like
territory, and they will definitely extend in other part of India also.
Karma, go
like
ahead.
to bring in some facts here.
Karma, go ahead. Karma, go ahead.
Scrutiny is concerned. Now, Swadesh is talking
Samujjal,
about
just give me a
scrutiny.
moment. Karma, go ahead.
We have seen scrutiny. Scrutiny is impossible where there's so much corruption. When an illegal immigrant crosses from the Bangladeshi border, for as little as $50 he pays, he gets a passage into India. He comes into India, and for as little as, less than $50, he's able to make a voter card, which is necessary as a citizen of India for you to vote. He even gets, in certain extreme cases, a passport, a government passport. And that's the level of corruption. If that is the level of corruption, how will you verify? These countries are stressed. We will have more and more people coming in. So the idea that only those who are persecuted would be allowed in, that's an ideal situation. And I don't see that happening.
They are already in. Those who are already in will be given citizenship status. That is very much clear.
The people of the Northeast, Suresh, are fearing that this will open floodgates. Assam has already suffered. The issue for the people of Assam
that this
is
will not open
about
floodgates.
religion.
So, Karma, I hear what you say, and I'm just trying to hear Swadesh's response. Swadesh, let me just share this with everybody. This comes from the BJP for India Twitter page. It says the Modi government is committed to protecting the cultural and social identity of the Assamese people. One final thought that I would like to get from you is that you say that the citizenship bill for the BJP is not politically motivated. But what's happened now and the stirring up and the protests, how could that potentially impact the BJP politically?
Look, the political prospects of BJP in entire Northeast are very bright. As I told you earlier that last month local body election took place in Assam and BJP won, even without Assam Gad Parishad, which is a regional party which left BJP few days back. But in that election, Assam Gad Parishad contested separately, but BJP won more than half of the seats. So we can consider this as a referendum for Citizenship Amendment Bill, and the people of Assam, they have voted for BJP in local body election, and this could be considered as a referendum in favor of Citizenship Amendment Bill. So you can organize protests in different part of Assam. At least in Upper Assam, protests are going on. Barak Valley is comparatively peaceful. So again, I am saying that we should welcome.
So I hear you. I hear the conversation. Thank you so much. Your positions are very clear. Samujjal, we're wrapping up the show. I hear the passion as well. Thank you for explaining why you feel this way. Karma, Rana, Swadesh, I appreciate your comments and you being part of the stream. Let's go to the online community, Malika.
Someone who perhaps might share Samujjal's passion here. Kalal on Twitter says the sense of hurt is already visible in public discourse in Assam, as many are blaming Delhi of deciding Assam's future without caring about what the people of the state really want.
All right, thank you guys very much for being part of the stream today. We were always online at AJ Stream on Twitter. See you next time. Take care.